Lucifer has been running strong since 2016, and with 75 episodes and 5 seasons being released so far, the series has proven to be incredibly successful for both Fox and Netflix. As the series is finally winding down to an end, many fans are left wondering which stars will return for Season 6 and which may be leaving the show. In fact, some fans are wondering if there will be a 7th season, but let's find out together. Before we get started, be sure to hit that like button and ring the notification bell for more videos. I'm sure we're all aware that when Lucifer first premiered back in 2016, it was owned and operated by Fox. The show wasn't performing as well as the network had hoped, so they sold the rights to the series to Netflix, who reimagined the plot and brought in a great new team of writers to take the show in a different direction. Don't get me wrong, the series is still true to its original form, but Netflix gave Lucifer a new lease on life and brought it to a whole new audience who is madly in love with the show. The series stars Tom Ellis as Lucifer, and I have to admit, I couldn't imagine a better actor to play the devil himself. Tom has been with the series since the very beginning and has helped to personify one of the most vile creatures humanity has ever known, the one and only Satan. However, Tom's interpretation of Lucifer paints him in a much different light than many religious texts have over the years. By all means, the devil is a very personable man, though he certainly has a dark side. With this in mind, some fans have been worried about the fate of Season 6 after Tom Ellis spoke out about the show and said that he is unwilling to continue working with the series after the 6th season. So, what does this mean for Lucifer? Will the show be ending? Will Netflix cast a replacement? Tom Ellis appeared in an interview on the Kings of Con podcast and spoke about his time working with the series and with Warner Brothers. He said, quote, 6 seasons of the show is a real achievement. It's been a huge emotional journey, and I don't think I want to do it anymore. I know I don't want to do it anymore. Mainly because I want to know that we're ending and because I've had such a great time. I think it's only fitting that we have a proper ending to the show. By all means, Tom has made it clear that he has had a wonderful time working with the folks at both Netflix and Fox, but it seems like he's reached the end of his interest in the series. While I'm sure we'd all like to see Lucifer continue for another 6 or 7 seasons, it wouldn't be worth it if the actors weren't happy and if their hearts weren't in the roles anymore. And that seems to be the point that Tom Ellis has reached. We know that Tom and the gang had a difficult time filming the 5th season of the show during the unforeseen pandemic, and I'm sure this likely took a toll on many of the actors and showrunners. It's not easy making a show in the first place, but to be bombarded by so many new rules and regulations, it makes sense that the team is finally looking for an exit strategy. However, truth be told, Netflix has been looking to end the series for quite some time. It was reported that Season 5 was going to be the end of Lucifer, but Netflix unexpectedly renewed the show for a 6th season in June of 2020. However, at this point, it seemed like Netflix has every intention of ending the show after the upcoming season. It's interesting to see that Tom has so dead set on leaving the series. In an interview with Express, Tom spoke about the time that he received a call from Fox that his series had been canceled. He had been at an event and was speaking with many of the other actors on a panel. They were doing a Q&A session with fans, answering all of their burning questions about the series, the actors' personal lives, and the future plot of the show. By all means, the series was going great, and all of the actors were very excited about the direction the show was going. However, that excitement was very short-lived. Tom says that after the Q&A was over, he'd only been off stage for a few minutes when he received a phone call that changed his life forever. He says this one call took him to the lowest point in his entire life. Tom Ellis is known for being a very handsome man and a wonderful actor, but the role of Lucifer is truly his claim to fame. He has been on other shows and movies over the years, but Lucifer is what led him to stardom. When he received the phone call from Fox, he was told that the series was being canceled. Tom said, quote, "I'd just come off stage doing my Q&A with the audience, and then the call came through. I was at my lowest ebb when I find out about it. I can't imagine what he must have been going through at this point, but thankfully, Netflix purchased the rights to the series and kept it moving forward. This is why it's so interesting that Tom is finally putting his foot down and saying he no longer wants to continue the series. After filming another 4 seasons with Netflix, it seems like he's finally ready to move on with his career. I'm sure this is true for many of the other lead actors as well, as many of them have already begun to work on other projects and secure future jobs outside of the Lucifer universe. For example, Lauren German has been around the block a time or two and has secured countless roles over the years. 2 of her most notable roles include Leslie Shea in Chicago Fire and her roles in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Hostel Part 2. It's safe to say that she will likely have heaps of work in the future and won't have to go looking around for too long to find a new role.
Please don't go. I love you.
On the other hand, Kevin Alejandro has been working hard behind the scenes as well. He has appeared in dozens of television shows over the years and even had long-running roles in popular shows like True Blood, Arrow, The Returned, Grey's Anatomy, and The Young and the Restless. We don't know too much about any roles he has lined up for the future, but he appeared in the film The Lost Husband back in 2020, taking on the role of Danny. So I'm sure he has a few tricks up his sleeve after Lucifer finally comes to an end.
I'm trying to save you, I'm trying to save our daughter, I'm trying to save the world!
D.B. Woodside is another man who's been acting for many years, but he hasn't seen the success that many of the other Lucifer cast members have. He's been acting since 1998 and has landed around a dozen roles. A few of his most memorable roles were in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, in which he played Robin for 14 episodes. He also starred in the hit series 24 for about 48 episodes between 2003 and 2007. After this, he made a short appearance in Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 before landing his most popular role to date, playing Amenadiel in Lucifer. While he may be leaving the series, I'm sure this won't be the last time we hear from D.B. Woodside. Finally, Lesley-Ann Brandt is another major star from the show who will likely be looking for new roles pretty soon. Leslie formerly worked as a model for a short time before making her way into acting. She's been an actress since 2007 and has been involved in some massive television shows like Diplomatic Immunity, Spartacus Gods of the Arena, CSI New York, Single Ladies, The Librarians, and several other series. We don't know what the future may hold for Lesley-Ann, but I'm sure she's more than prepared for whatever comes next in her life.
We don't need him. Or anyone. Chloe, you and I.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that like button and ring the notification bell for more videos.